Hey everyone, I'm Gen-Oner and this is the Budget Series, where I try to collect these 6 sets with only using $50 a month. Let's start off with Obsidian Flames, where we purchased our highest valuable card, this Charizard EX Hyper Rare, for $17.44. So this challenge is all about trying to save as much money as possible. Therefore, we're only buying singles and not packs, because packs can get pretty costly and you never really know what you're going to get. You'll get duplicates and your hit rates aren't really in your favor, as I've seen in the Twilight Masquerade series that I'm doing. As you can see on the left, we have our breakdown of cards that we're collecting for each set. And we multiplied each common, uncommon, and rare by 2 because we're going to collect all the reverse holo cards as well, which are kind of tougher to find than I thought. What's been cool with looking back at these sets and being a newer collector is that when you actually get to look at these common and uncommon and rare cards that a lot of people take for granted, you start appreciating the artwork a little bit more, like that Lechonk we just passed, and the Scyther in this common, the Charmander, Charmeleon in uncommon. But then you also get these awesome cards like this special illustration rare that we're able to get for $5.30. For Paldea Evolve, you'll notice get a good amount of good rare cards, like this Ramblin illustration rare, followed by a Fortress ultra rare, and then we also got a pretty awesome Annihilate here as well. And this is where I found a seller that had a good mixture of these rare cards and a lot of common, uncommon, and regular rare cards, and even some reverse rares, which allowed us to really distribute a good amount of our money to where, hey, I can afford to use up $17 on one card, $5 on another, $4 on another, and trickle down to where all my costs towards these common and uncommon cards, I'm able to pick up a lot for very little, which was great. And you'll see at the end when I distributed out how many cards we collected for the total cost used, it comes out pretty cheap per card cost because of how many common and uncommon rare cards we got. Part of the fun with this challenge, though, has been actually just trying to locate a seller that has that good distribution, because you can find sellers that will sell those high rare cards on TCG Player pretty easily, in my opinion, but then they won't sell the common, uncommon, or rare cards. Or if they do, they mark them up by a lot. Check out this Chatot, awesome card. I love this card. Followed by this Scizor Ultra Rare. Scizor is a great Pokemon. Love the design, and I love the border of that card. But back to what I was saying, where it's tough to find a seller that has a ton of cards and a good mixture of rare, like special illustration rares, hyper rares, illustration rares, ultra rares, even double rares, with the regular rares, the common and uncommon cards. So I was able to find a couple, but then I saw these markups on the common, uncommon, and rare cards, which are normally all going to be like below 15 cents from what I've seen. Common cards are normally below 8 cents for the most part. And I would see people trying to sell them for 20 cents. And that's kind of how you can lose money really quickly here, where it all adds up and you're not really adding to your collection as much as you should. And that's where I think I did get lucky here, where I found a seller that could provide all that for us. But additionally, on top of that, the seller had a pretty cheap shipping cost. I think the total shipping cost was $1.27. And when you distribute that over 200 some cards purchased, right, that's almost less than half a cent a card. And that's really where we saved a lot of money. But as you'll see here towards the end, where the 151 set wasn't able to pick up as many, the seller didn't really have a ton of 151 selections. And then you'll even see it with our final set, the base set. Not a lot there either. But just trying to get anything from each set with each purchase is kind of one of my goals, where at least try to get one card from each set, and hopefully then in the next order I can offset it by trying to focus on that set. Alright, we are coming up to the end of this order, finishing up the Scarlet and Violet base set common cards. So good order, I'd say overall. 214 cards collected. I unfortunately forgot about taxes, which put us over that $50 mark. Rookie mistake, but I'll make sure to offset that with that next order. Hopefully the next order will also bring us some more cards and sets that we didn't get a lot of cards in. 151, didn't get a lot there, so hopefully I get that. Thank you. See you next time.